You are watching ESPNcricinfo Match Day. We're looking forward to that big game between India and Pakistan. Ajit Agarkar, Saqlain Mushtaq with me. Ajit, I'll start with you. Fans would generally compare the two teams and how they performed against Hong Kong. And clearly, Pakistan looked the better team in those two contests. Would you then also go ahead and say that Pakistan start favourite based on those two games?
Not based on those two games, but there is a case of Pakistan a lot closer to India this time. I mean, Champions Trophy, you'd asked, India were clear favourites to win that, and Bumrah and Pandya will come back and make the 11 a lot stronger than it looked in that first game against Hong Kong, and India didn't play particularly well, or Hong Kong were really good or batted really well. But the only problem is India will be a lot more tired after that game in that heat. So whether they are closer for the first time, I don't think India are clear favourites. If anything, Pakistan have a bit better form behind them, so they're a lot more closer. I don't think that's happened in recent past where Pakistan start the game as favourites. I'm not sure whether they are clear favourites here, but they might have a slight edge. I think their 11's working a lot better than India's at the moment, and that sometimes helps. Plus, India's playing back-to-back games, which is not going to help in this heat either.
Okay, Saqlain Mushtaq also joins us looking ahead to that big game, India versus Pakistan. Saqlain, would you, I know that Pakistan in many people's eyes start as the favourite, but even more so because of no Virat Kohli?
I think people are saying that Pakistan they are favored, but I think India, if you see on the ranking, they are above than India and they above than Pakistan. I think I won't say that Pakistan is favored, but yes, there is a possibility that they can win the Asia Cup. But Indian team without Virat Kohli, it looks quite good unit. I mean, in terms of bowling and their batting lineup, it's not that weak. But I mean, anything can happen. But I won't say that they are very favored, but they are favored. But they are not like massively favored. I don't agree on that.
Okay, let's talk about the Pakistan team then. Would you go in with the same 11 that we saw against Hong Kong, or will you make a few changes? I believe Usman had some issues with his toes, Amir not in great form. What would you do? And I know that you really like the young Afridi, which he was in the reserves there. Any changes you'd like to see?
No, I will go with the same 11. I think Usman bowled brilliantly, and I'm happy with the Amir's performance at the moment. I know that he's not taking wickets since Champions Trophy, but he's a match changer, match winner, and he's leading the bowling unit. I think I will trust him, and I will go with the same 11.
Okay, finally, you've played a lot of cricket in the Middle East. As we know, the temperatures there really hot. India will be the only team playing back-to-back matches. Do you see that as a problem for the Indian team?
Yes, I think India, they are coming from England, and they were there for almost 3 months. I mean, the temperature for them, I think they need to. They will have a bit of problem in terms of temperature. Pakistan is, I think, it shouldn't be a problem for them. But obviously, when you play for your country on that highest level and you're professional, you need to adapt yourself. You need to cope and adjust yourself quickly, and you need to get used to in terms of temperature or conditions quickly as well. So yeah, there is a little advantage for Pakistan and little disadvantage for Indians because of the temperature. And the other thing is because they played a lot of cricket in England, heavy grounds and I mean soft and heavy grounds, and might they'll be a little tired, but obviously it's a professional game and they are representing their country. There shouldn't be any excuses.
Thanks so much for those inputs, Saqlain. Ajit, because you briefly touched upon those changes that India might make from that Hong Kong game, who would you then bring in and who would you then take out?
I mean, Bumrah and Pandya, Hardik Pandya, both slot in for me straight away. Now, Shardul Thakur had a tough day. He'll miss out in that game, and Khalil Ahmed again, in spite of having that 3 for, looks like he might be the guy making way, unfortunately. I mean, you've got to have Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. I think after that first game, he might be better off in the second game. It always helps to have a game under your belt after a long layoff with injury. So he might sort of play ahead of Khalil in spite of that good performance. Whether you bring Rahul in, I'm not quite sure. I mean, maybe a bit more experience. Raidu obviously holds on to his place because he played so well in that first game.
Yeah.
Whether you bring Rahul for Dinesh Karthik, I'm not convinced. I mean, if you've played a certain guy in that game, he got a 30 odd as well, Dinesh Karthik, and I don't think at this point, one day form wise, there's a huge difference between those two guys. So that'll again be a team management or a captain's gut call who he feels might be better off in that game. But apart from that, I mean, there's not too many choices on that bench.
Okay. No matter who India brings in or leaves out, it promises to be a cracker of a game. India versus Pakistan, and both our analysts are of the opinion it's even Steven. Maybe Pakistan with a slight edge, but very, very close to call. You are watching ESPN Cricket Info Matchday.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.